Welcome everyone to this Solink AI session on how to serve up memorable dining experiences with data. And trust me, that is not the first restaurant pun you're going to hear from me today. We greatly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join us today. My name is Ankit. I am a product marketing manager here at Solink.
And I'm Tiff. I am on the customer success team. You might already know me, but basically I help restaurant groups like yours get the absolute most out of Solink.
We're excited to have you today. You're going to see how you can use your existing security cameras to run a smoother and more profitable restaurant operation.
Yeah, and plus we'll actually show you what it looks like inside Solink, not just theory. So if you've ever wondered how to get the more out of your cameras on your walls, this is going to be for you.
All right, so let's set the table.
Oh God.
That's right. I said it and I'm proud of it and I'm keeping it in here. So in all seriousness, full service restaurants are under more pressure these days more than ever to deliver those standout guest experiences. Let's be honest, given the uncertainty in the economy, people just aren't dining out as much as they used to. So if they do decide to spend their hard-earned money at your establishment, you need to make sure it counts so they keep coming back. After all, restaurants don't have subscriptions, they don't have contracts, they don't have annual agreements. Repeat business is not guaranteed, which means one bad experience could be a customer lost forever.
Exactly. So how do you quantify that? You might run infrequent audits or pull reports from your POS to get a better understanding, but that only gives you parts of the story. You don't get the hard data that truly explains the guest experience. Data like service times, cleanliness, staff availability, and more.
That's right, but the good news is that information is available to you today. The security cameras you own are already recording hours of video that are relevant to your restaurant operations. You just can't see it yet, but with Solink AI, you can unlock that data today.
That's right, Ankit. But let's get specific. I've spoken to many full service establishments, and there are a few key challenges which keep popping up that I want to go over today. The first challenge is not having enough visibility into speed of service and overall staff productivity. The second is enforcing policy and processes and actually trusting your staff to follow through. And lastly, ensuring a safe and healthy environment by keeping restaurants clean, sanitary, and free of hazards. So let's dive into each of these. I'll go over key features within Solink's AI, which address each challenge today. Hopefully by the end, you'll see how implementing just one of these solutions can have an immediate and long-lasting impact across your restaurant portfolio. Okay, let's start by checking in on staff productivity and overall speed of service. I'm going to open the dashboards page and switch over to the AI tab. From here, you'll see a few widgets. On the far left is guest count. The others show periods of inactivity at the host stand, specifically 1 minute, 2 minutes, and 5 minutes. Right away, we already see 2 ways to improve the guest experience using this data. If I click into the guest count widget, I can see a clear graph of traffic with obvious spikes and dips. Multiply that across a few days, and it becomes an easy way to make informed staffing decisions. To collect this data, I'm using the line cross tool. It's a virtual version of those clunky traffic counters you might already be used to. I just click and draw a line, adjust it as needed, and you'll see the data start to populate immediately, and it'll begin feeding data into the dashboard. Now, back to the widgets. Let's look at the host time widget. This one's pretty self-explanatory. The host stand is the first touch point for guests, and it sets the tone for the entire dining experience. Waiting over 5 minutes for a host is definitely something that we want to pay attention to. If I click into the widget, I can drill into individual events to see what's going on. This is built using our zone tracking feature, which creates timed AI hotspots. In this case, we've selected the no activity zone type, which times how long the area is left empty. But it can also be used to measure how long people are waiting in a queue or dwelling in a specific area, both of which apply to the host stand. Now, onto the second major challenge that full service restaurants run into, ensuring staff are following proper procedure and processes. Now, normally, you might check a few cameras here and there or schedule on-site visits, but really, who has the time? One of our flagship AI features is Sidekick, a virtual assistant that can check in on your restaurant for you, meaning you don't have to be there. Who doesn't love that? Just ask it a question, and Sidekick will search your cameras based on your specific prompt. For example, let's say you want to make sure the employees are opening up the restaurant on time to prep for the lunch rush. You can either use the opening time check template or just type in the search bar, confirm if restaurant is open. You'll see here, Sidekick has refined the prompt automatically and it's showing exactly what it's looking for. I can edit this if I want to tweak the criteria, like specifying uniform color or adding other details. Below that, there's the response format, which controls how the results are presented. That's editable too if I want to customize how the findings are displayed. Now, I'll go ahead and I'll select the cameras that I want to use for this check. Since we're focusing on opening, I'll pick well-lit areas where staff should be visible, like the dining room, bar, and kitchen. And you'll notice I'm not limited to just one location either. I can run this check across multiple sites at once. It's basically like having a team of general managers reporting in on demand. Now I'll hit search and Sidekick will get to work. As the results roll in, I can explain what Sidekick is doing. It's grabbing a screenshot from each camera and analyzing the frame based on the criteria we just gave it. And here we go, the results are in. Instead of scrubbing through video, you now have a clean carousel of reviewed images to flip through with Sidekick's interpretations listed right below each one. Let's try another use case. Say I want to confirm that the back of house is prepping for service. I'll type, are the line cooks prepping for service? And choose my kitchen facing cameras this time. Same process, Sidekick runs through the check and returns a report with supporting images and notes. Now, I'll still review the final result, but this saves me a ton of time, literal hours I'd normally spend digging through footage. And here's the best part, I can automate this check. If it's something I want to monitor regularly, I can schedule it to run at a specific time and set how often it repeats. The results show up as a new event card in the Events tab. So, as a franchise owner, you've basically just multiplied your visibility across all of your locations without adding more work to your day, and who doesn't love that? There are so many ways to use Sidekick. That's why I want to stick with it for my last walkthrough. And this one is possibly the most important, using Sidekick to audit for cleanliness and possible health risks at a restaurant. Since I've already gone through the details, let's just jump right in. Before service starts, I want to make sure that the dining room is clean. Tables are wiped, chairs are in place, no clutters left behind from the night before. I also want to check the prep stations. Surfaces should be cleared and sanitized and not piled up with leftovers or unwashed containers. And then there's the walk-in. One of the most common violations I see is food left on the floor. It's a quick check, but an important one. And now I don't need to be physically on site to catch that.
Okay, wow, Tiff, that was fantastic. Thank you. But I think you should go and grab a sip of water or something. I'll wrap things up for us here.
Oh, thank you.
So to recap, Solink takes your existing cameras and turns them into a virtual general manager of sorts. With them, you're able to remotely find service bottlenecks and optimize staffing. You're able to gain better visibility across all your locations, and you're able to audit your restaurants more often. So you can really uncover those process gaps and find new training opportunities. And lastly, you can stay ahead of those possible health code violations and ensure your guests and employees are protected before, during, and after service.
If anything we've shown you here today stood out, or if you just want to kick around some ideas, reach out. Let's set up some time to talk about how Solink AI can help you run a tighter, more profitable service. You can reach out to me, your account executive, or scan the QR code and fill out an upgrade request if you're new to AI.
Thank you again for your time and attention. We hope this session was worthwhile for you. If you want to reference it again or share it internally with your team, this entire video is up on YouTube, so you can find it at any time without digging through your inbox. Have a great rest of the day, and thanks again for watching.
Thank you.